What's up, guys? This is my first video on here, and I'm not gonna come in here and start complaining. I wouldn't want to listen to some kid come in here and start complaining about something. But the main point of this video is just me, trying to be real with you guys. And this video is for people who are younger than me, people who are growing up, and people who are older and are curious to know what it's like. The main point of me being on here is not to complain. I mean, I could come on here and talk about the pressures of society. Everyone in the world has probably heard something like that 100 times. The pressures people put on others in society. The pressures that, I have to look a certain way. I have to act a certain way. I have to have this certain level of success. I mean, we've all heard it 1,000 times. So, that's not my point. But the pressure is there. The pressure is always going to be there. Especially at this turning point in my life. I've felt the pressure more than I ever have. College applications, GPA, starting jobs, starting relationships, starting new friendships, cutting off old friendships, looking into the big future that is so hard to imagine myself in. I can't imagine myself living to 40 years old. I can't. That's not an uncommon thing either. The raising of house prices, the raising of college tuition, housing, food, everything puts so much pressure on the people growing up in this world. Puts so much pressure on people to just chase money and not to chase happiness. I'm not super smart. I mean, you could say I'm book smart. You could say I know how to do math and how to do English, but I'm not a philosopher. But I think, in my opinion, the point of life is wasted away if you choose to live in unhappiness over... I'm trying to think of a good way to put this. If you choose to be unhappy with money, you're missing the point. I'm not saying you can't make money and be happy. That's not what I'm saying at all. A lot of people love their jobs and make a lot of money. But how many people do you know that truly would love to be an anesthesiologist or underwater welder or all these high-paying jobs that really would bring them no fulfillment in the end goal of life? And a lot of people miss that, A lot of people miss the point, in my opinion. But then again, I'm 18. It's easy to look at me and say, oh, he's never had to pay a bill in his life. And that's fair. It's just, is that what I'm going to have to live for? Is that what I'm looking forward to? Paying bills? Am I looking forward to making money? Am I looking forward to pushing myself through high school stress, go through college stress, go into a big job that's difficult, stress, make a lot of money, don't see my family, a lot of stress? For what? What do I gain? Sure, I retire early, but then what memories do I have to look back on? Once it's all said and done, what memories do I have to look back on? And it happens. There are people that live the life they've always wanted. But I don't know what that would look like for me. That's the thing. I don't know what that would look like. You know, that's just on top of a bunch of stuff. The way society pushes people to succeed, or it doesn't push people to succeed, it pushes people down, but the pressure is telling you you need to be the best you can be, or you are nothing. You're a waste. You're a waste. You're a number on a sheet. You are one in a crowd. Because that's what it is. It's hard not to believe that. It's hard not to believe that you're just a statistic. That, there's 8 billion people on this earth. 8 billion people. All with their own minds, their own dreams, own aspirations, own sense of worth. It's just hard not to look at it that way. And the pressure to, like, say the gym, for example. There's so many people pressured to look a certain way. To look like the biggest influencers. That's just a small part of it. It's just a small example of ways people pressure. And it's not like someone's telling you, you have to look like this. You have to look like this. But if you don't, no one has to say it. If you don't, then you're just an outcast. But what's so wrong about being an outcast? What's so wrong about being 1 in 8 billion? There's nothing wrong with it. It's easy to look at that and think to yourself, what's the point? I don't matter. But there's beauty in that. There's so much beauty in that. Being an average person might seem like not a good thing, but not really a bad thing. But if you think about it, what's so bad about having the world at your exposure? Talk to the person that you're scared to talk to. What does it matter? We're all floating on a rock in the middle of a universe that we don't even understand. In 90 years, none of the people in this video are going to be watching this. YouTube might not even be a thing. But I know that it's okay to take risks for that reason. if you don't want to work a job that makes you a ton of money because it's difficult, don't do it. Don't do it. Work it, be a janitor. Live a happy life as a janitor. You might not have the same standard of living, but you're not doing something you don't hate. Or you're not doing something that you hate. I misspoke. Because if you're doing something you hate, you're wasting the tiny chance that you had to even be here. What are the chances that you're here right now? The chance that you are who you are watching this video, sitting in your room, sitting in, I don't know where, your bathroom. But think about it. What are the chances that you are here to experience this? Don't waste it. As an 18-year-old, I've learned that. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not a philosopher. I don't have any type of degree. But I'm confident that I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this. Don't be stupid. There's a point to not being stupid. Because that just gets you in another place where you won't be happy. It gets you in another place where you're just wasting your life. If you spend 30 years in jail, that's even worse, you know? But what's the point of taking a job? Or what's the point of going to school? What's the point of talking to people you don't like? What's the point of talking to people in your life who just bring you down? What's the point of that, you know? I've been a victim to that. I've been a real victim to talking to people who only bring me down. Talking to people who don't really care about me that much. I've come to realize if they don't want to talk to me, what's the point? What's the point? I'm missing it. I'm missing all of the point. There's no purpose in wasting your life and time with people who do that to you. I'm sure some of the people watching this video are those who stand outside of the circle. When there's a circle of people, you're the one standing on the outside. Everyone's shoulder to shoulder, and you can't speak to them because they're all having their own conversation. You jump group to group, talking to different people who don't listen to you. I'm that person. That's who I am. But there's also a sense of freedom in that. If they don't want to talk to you, what's the point? Talk to someone who will. There's 8 billion people on this earth. There's going to be someone who likes you. Most people are going to like you. You have to know to love yourself. You're special. I'm proud of you. I really am. If nobody said it to you, I'm proud of you. Everybody is special in their own way. Everybody is. And that's like what keeps me going. Is self-happiness and hope for the future. Being 18 is a weird time. It's a weird time where you have to be careful, because one small step, one mess up, and you are screwed. It's going to be years of recovery. Maybe like one small mishap and it's over. It's over in our society. But there's also a huge sense of carelessness, which is a great thing. It's a great thing to have that type of freedom, and it's not a bad thing to be average. It's not bad to be average at all. There's a lot of beauty in it. It's okay to get A's and B's, get into a mid-tier college and live a mid-tier life, if that's what makes you happy. It's not okay to sit around and do nothing, because then you waste your opportunity that you have. If you, for example, if you sit in your mom's basement and live till you're 40, you might feel happy, but that's not what true happiness is. True happiness comes through the companionship of others. It comes through internal progress. It comes through achievement. I'm not talking about gaming achievements, but real achievements. Starting a family, finding a woman or a man to live your life with. And if that's not for you, that's not for you. You don't have to have a family, but that's what I want. But it's so difficult to see that happening. But there's beauty in that. There's beauty in not knowing. There's beauty in the unknown. If you don't know what you're going to do with your life, it's okay. It's okay, because whenever you know what you're doing with your life, it makes it that much sweeter. If you don't think you're going to find the person, if you don't believe you're going to get married to the love of your life, it's even sweeter when that does happen. You know? My word of advice. I've been sitting here and yapping for about 20 minutes now. But my word of advice for all the 18-year-olds out there is stop comparing yourself to other people. Live the life that makes you happy, doesn't get you in trouble. Don't conform to what others want you to do, because that stifles everything. It stifles the point of life in itself. Conforming to the world around you stifles your uniqueness. I'll stop talking. I really appreciate it if you watched all the way to the end. It really means a lot. I mean, all I can do is try to give the best advice I can. And honestly, if you see things different, that's okay. I'm not perfect. And you're not perfect. Everybody's going to see the world in a different way. But that's okay. Thank you guys for watching. We're all figuring this out one day at a time. If you want to talk about your experiences or need someone to talk to, reach out in the comments. I'll reply. If I see a comment, I'll reply to it. You know? Anyways, alright. Have a great day, everybody.